Alright, kind of an amazing Wastieist video, I guess. TJ does life badly again. More crap. He's got a big fat ass and pulls big fat turds out of it and throws them at us.
Peace and stability are promoted by those on top because they have a vested interest in peace and stability. If you have a position of power, why would you want justice?
Oh, yeah, I mean, this argument, again, now it's some sort of conspiracy that the rich owners, the 1%, the 2%, the 3%, have preoccupied themselves with creating this delusion in people of law and order and civilized life, and that they've fooled us all with some sort of notion of these things, and that's the problem. No, it's just such bullshit. Come on, people want civilization, TJ. They haven't been sold a bill of goods by the evil rich. Civilization and bad economics don't have to go together.
And it's the same thing. If you're on the bottom rung of the ladder, you want social justice. You want fairness. Well, of course you do. You're on the bottom. People on the bottom want...
Well, actually, there's been quite a few rich people who have, in hindsight, argued for equity. The Kennedys weren't perfect politically, but, they did a lot of things for liberal, fair causes. They did say, yes, raise my taxes. So the two don't necessarily go hand in hand. Hypocrisy and philosophy. Not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, not everybody is completely owned by their personal position. I don't want to get personal, but I rejected inheritance. I mean, I could have said, oh yes, give me some free stuff, but no, I said bullshit because I'm not better than everybody else. I don't deserve a safety net that nobody else has. What the fuck is that? That's bullshit.
To rise to the middle or the top. People on the top want to keep everyone else down so that they can stay on top. That's all. And morality...
Yeah, and morality has absolutely nothing to do with it, okay? The reason why the people on top stay on top is because there's a huge percentage of the population who believes in this lottery economy. They admire wealth. They think people did something good to get it. They think they are productive and constructive. They think money grows on some sort of wealth tree, and that for them to be rich doesn't mean somebody has to be poor, because they're fucking stupid, TJ, and you don't make them any smarter with this bullshit.
It just is something that springs forth from that. It's all about what behavior is appropriate and what behavior is inappropriate. And, if you look at the behaviors that we're...
what an idiotic concept. Oh, yeah, it's just crazy for us to sit there and figure out there's things that are good and things that are bad. Oh, that's really just so outrageous. I mean, how dare we have this conception that it's not good to hurt people? I mean, most of our laws, TJ, have to do about hurting other people. I mean, why did prohibition why was it even conceived? It was conceived because alcohol is notoriously really good at making people into assholes, and then they fuck up other people and their own families. It ruins people. That's not some sort of new revelation, So it wasn't out of a bad motive. We now have laws against drunk driving. They work, TJ. They save fucking lives. They prevent people from getting killed, innocent people from dying. I mean, you're so stupid. You think the world would be a better place if we didn't have laws against drunk driving? Are you that fucking ignorant?
It's always stuff like that. It's always stuff that keeps the status quo in check. Why would anyone who realizes what morality really is?
I really wish you'd be more specific. I mean, exactly how many laws would you abolish? How many? I mean, let's not talk about drug laws. Yeah, we can agree on that. A waste of... The drug war is a waste of fucking energy. All right? Prohibition, yeah, waste of energy. Wrong approach to the problem. Solve that from don't let people get hooked. Don't let them get ruined in the first place kind of approach. But yeah, prohibition doesn't work. Okay, that's one segment of law. All right, we can all agree on that. You're talking about something entirely different. You're talking about saying, well, it's okay. Murderers are okay. They need to murder. We shouldn't punish them. You know, maybe a $50 fine.
Is want to support it. It's bullshit. It's just another way to control people. People are always like, oh, well, what would we...
Yeah. And what do you think? You don't think you need to control people. We have a society with 300 billion people in it, and you don't think we need to control people. We'll just let them all do their Timothy McVeigh thing, you know, build their get pissed off at somebody, build themselves a bomb out of fertilizer, and blow up whatever the fuck they want and whoever the fuck they want. And you're gonna call that civilization. I mean, this is too fucking stupid an argument.
Do without our precious morals. What will we do in a world where killing isn't viewed as morally wrong? What will we do in a world where,
Could you say ethically wrong? Could you use some other terminology? I mean, obviously, it'd be really nice if we all know and agree that there's a guy named Hitler and he's an asshole and let's all kill him. Yeah, that would be great. But that's not the way the real world works. So we have a system we've built where you have to go on trial and you do all this stuff, and then you convict somebody, and then you figure out, well, are they worth reclaiming, or are they a useless piece of shit that's already done enough fucking damage, and should we just get them the fuck out of here, all right, and save ourselves more damage?
Okay to steal, and it's okay to kill, and it's okay to rape, and it's okay to commit genocide or whatever. You know, don't we already live in that world? You act like...
No, we don't. That's why it's, 300 million people, and there's only been one Timothy McVeigh. It isn't mayhem out there. I can walk down the street without somebody saying, I'm going to steal this stupid little camera I'm using. I can do things that I wouldn't be able to do if we didn't have fucking law and order, idiot.
A murderer has ever been stopped from killing someone by some great moral realization.
No. No. He's been stopped by a self-interest realization. He's realized there's a law against it. If I get caught, I'm fucked for the rest of my life. You don't think people have been deterred by the fact that there's laws against stuff? I know I have been deterred from taking vengeance on people for acts committed against people I care about, and I'd run them over on the street many times. I would run them over and then run them over and then run them over again and again and again if it was legal, because they are, in my opinion, human garbage. They are menaces to fucking civilized human beings, and they deserve to be run over. That's my personal opinion. I'd be perfectly comfortable exercising justice because they are fucking abusing scum. All right, we know there's people like that in the fucking world, TJ. Maybe they're your heroes, these assholes. But the rest of civilized society, if there wasn't laws, would go out there and they would clean this shit up. And unfortunately, they'd be cleaning up a lot of people that weren't guilty. And that's why we have laws. It's because people make too many fucking mistakes.
Sort of thinking when it comes to the state killing people, we understand, if the Japanese invaded America tomorrow and said, this is going to be our country now, and we went to war with them and killed them, everyone would understand it. No one would say anything of it. But when one drug dealer encroaches on another drug dealer's territory and there's a gang war, it seems like people all of a sudden forget about the idea of territory, and they think it's ridiculous. Oh, it's absurd, these idiots killing each other over a block of land. Like no one... Like that isn't the story all throughout human history. Like that isn't...
Yeah, right. And like we aren't completely detached from that human history. We're no longer living under gang wars. We're not living in fucking the Stone Age, where the Middle East, where a bunch of tribal leaders decide what the fuck how you're gonna live. All right, they're gonna control you. All right, yeah, you don't call them the government, but they might as well be the government because they're gonna make the goddamn rules. The mob is gonna make the rules, TJ. And all you're talking is this, what? We're going to decide what godfather we're going to live under, who we're going to have to pray to, and we're going to have to pay penance to, and tribute to. It's going to be just as bad as I'd rather have the fucking democracy. I'd rather have the fucking inadequacies of our system than to have the gross deficiencies of that system.
The story to this day, when a big corporation steals from its employees, or they steal away our rights, no one cares. It's not a big deal. You might get a little documentary out of Michael Moore about it, like, oh, this is wrong, but at the end of the day, no one's really doing anything, because...
Yeah, know why they're not doing anything, TJ, is because they don't have your sympathies, okay? They like corporations. They voted for Ronald Reagan. They voted for George Bush. So don't get the delusion that you're some sort of oppressed majority. No, you're an oppressed minority. So your obligation is to motivate people with some kind of constructive understanding. This isn't constructive. This bogus argument that all we need is the right to kill and then everything will be fine. Bullshit.